Don Solari of Sports University, and this is our Sports University tip of the month, NorthJerseySports.com.
Yeah.
Okay, our first movement, our first tip is going to be involved with core training. And obviously core training has got a lot of particular attention in the past years. We have a movement that's very sport specific that I think that would be a great addition to any program, and it's the chop. You know, the chop has several variations, so I'll give you a few to kind of go through and implement them in whatever program you're doing. The main thing about the chop is that it's very sport specific, and it trains a movement pattern that's common in most sports, especially any movement where you're twisting your upper body. Like swinging a bat, or throwing a ball, or swinging any kind of stick that you have as equipment. The chop movement is really it's training your mind to body. So not only are you strengthening your abdominals, your core, your transverse abdominals, your obliques, but you're training the movement pattern that's going to help you in sport. Now it's sport specific to any upper body twisting patterns. First variation, we're going to use the medicine ball, and it's going to be a variation of a Russian twist. I'm going to take you over here to my athlete, Carlo Calabrese, and he's going to demonstrate. First thing we're going to do is you're going to get your feet set. You want to get a nice athletic position, shoulder width apart. All right, you get down, slight bend in your knees. All right, the first one we're going to keep out. You can do two different ways with this. Keep the ball straight out in front of you, or you can tight to your chest with elbows up. Either way, out to the front is a little bit harder. You're strengthening your shoulder, your front delts. So we'll keep it out in front right now, and we're going to work a nice twisting pattern. Now turn to the right. Turning your shoulders, and rotating both sides, trying to get full range of motion, making sure you're getting your hips, and really focusing on your midsection and your transverse abdominals while you're doing it. Okay, our next step in this process is medicine ball throw. It's a great exercise because you really get explosive with it, and it really translates to being almost as the same kind of movement in any kind of sport that you're trying to simulate. So when we take the medicine ball, and the first step we're going to do is get your feet set. Right, shoulder width, slight bend in the knees. What's good about this exercise is you're not only working on snapping the ball out of your hands and trying to develop that torque, but you're also catching and trying to slow it up and then responding right back to it. So it's a great, very functional movement. Right? So turn, you're gonna whip, catch. Trying to be as explosive as you can. You're not trying to lollipop this. Hard off the wall. Okay, our last variation of the chop involves cable rack, and you can do this in a couple different ways. Right now, we're going to work on using the handle. You can use the rope, you can use a bar, but for now, we're going to go with the handle and just go over that movement. The same idea, just doing it in a different way. First thing is you want to adjust your head, your pulley head to about shoulder width or lower. You want to be up above your shoulders. So right now, it's set up pretty good for Carlo. You want to grip it with your opposite hand. All right, so that's the first thing. That's important. You don't want to grip with your right hand and pull through, which is where you're thinking about driving your forces. So it makes a difference. So keep here, and you want to line your toes up with the head, come out, further out, where the stack is off the weight stack. So now you're set, so you're not banging each time you come back. Now you're coming other hand over the top. All right, and you're working the same thing. Nice athletic stance, being explosive. All right, you want to bend your hips, turn your shoulders, full range of motion, coming back under control. Set straight. Conclusion, as you can see, the chop is a great exercise. It simulates very specific movements to sports such as baseball, lacrosse, anything that we're throwing, or stick movements. It's a core movement. Core is really emphasized now, and it's not just doing sit-ups and crunches, and it's being really functional, and it's also training a movement pattern that's really great for that mind-body connection that we talked about before. I'd like to thank Carlo again for helping me out. He's he's a great help and he's going to be a good athlete.